Hola a todos, hoy vamos a hablar de family commands, comandos familiares. ¿Cuándo usamos comandos? Commands. What does that sound like? Right, we use it when we want to give orders or when we want to advise someone. So when we want to do this in Spanish, we have to worry about two things. One, the positive commands, and two, the negative commands. Let's start with the positive commands. So for the positive commands, we're going to use the él, ella, usted form of the present tense. Por ejemplo, let's look at the verb hablar. Hablar. Oh, hablar, right? What's hablar in the present tense for él, ella? Él habla, right? How about the verb escribir? To write. Ella escribe. Let's look at one more verb. Let's look at the verb beber. Usted bebe. Okay. So here we have examples in AR, IR, and ER verbs. These ending results here, let me circle them. Habla, escribe, bebe are going to be your commands. Meaning that if you want to tell someone to speak, let's say, speak Spanish, you're going to use, or we'll say, habla español. Let's use escribir. We have escribe. Escribe a tu profesora. Write to your teacher. Speak Spanish. And again, these are familiar commands. Remember that familiar commands, it's something that we're going to use with a family member, someone we know, someone that we are close with. We're not going to use it with adults that we don't know or strangers. For that, we're going to use the formal forms. For this, familiar forms. For people we know, people that are close to us. Okay, and those are our positive commands. Let's look at the negative commands. It will be the opposite of. So, habla español, speak Spanish. The negative will be don't speak Spanish, right? To conjugate that, we're going to use the yo form of the present tense. We're going to drop the O, and then add the corresponding endings. For E, we're going to have ES ending for AR verbs. And we're going to have a AS ending for ER and I verbs. Okay? And then we're going to place the word no in front. So this is how it's going to look. Let's use the same verbs. Hablar. Hablar. Yo hablo. Okay? Remember, we're going to drop the O. And then we're going to do this way. Drop the O. And we are left with hablo. AR verb, meaning we're going to have an ES ending. So our result is hables. And like I said, our last step is place a no before the negative command. So let's use the same phrase. Hablar español. No hables español. Don't speak Spanish. Let's go to the next verb. Escribir. Escribir. Yo escribo. Remember, we dropped the O. It's an IR verb. So meaning that our IR verb, our ending is going to be as. Escribas. according to its previous phrase over here, escribe a tu profesora. We're going to have no escribas a tu profesora. And that's this one is introductory. No le escribas a tu profesora. Ok, chicos. Como en otros verbos, en otros tenses, tenemos verbos irregulares. These are, let's look first, our irregular verbs in the positive form. We have decir, and our irregular conjugation will be di. We have hacer, and our regular conjugation is going to be as. We have ir, and the conjugation is ver. And ir is important because ir and ver to see are gonna be the same. Ver. So ir and ver have the same conjugation in the positive form. Okay? Poner is pon. Salir is sal. Ser is se con tilde. Miércoles. Sen. Tener es ten. Y venir es ven. Ven. Those are irregular in the positive form, okay? But we also have irregular in the negative conjugation, in the negative command. Those are gonna be dar, no des, estar, no estés, ir, no vayas, saber, no sepas, y ser, no seas. For the negative commands, we also have to keep in mind that some verbs have irregular forms in the yo form, remember? So those irregularities we're going to keep. So, because remember, we need the present yo conjugation, so we keep the irregularity. We get rid of the O, and we add the ending accordingly to what kind of verb is it. It's an AR or ER ending. Okay. Bueno, chicos, si tienen preguntas, por favor escriban en Blackboard. Feliz día, adiós.